Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trewvizon Radio. I am your host, Awesome Al Eford, and my co-host here is Ronald HOOCH McMillan. And we're going to talk about, let's say, good men with bad women. In other words, we're going to talk about the women who kind of lead men on because they know that these men are good, and they just tell them lies just to get them into their corner, so to speak. Now, this is not something that I'm speaking of because I don't know. This is something I'm speaking of because I do know. All or most of my relationships has been bad women, and I know I'm a good man. I'm not saying I'm the best man, but I'm a good man. See, there's a difference.
Can I interject one?
Go right ahead. Interject.
What makes you a good man? I'm not saying that you're not, but I just want to.
A good man, when I'm in a relationship, brother, I give from the heart and I give my all. I give things that probably not a man would give. I mean, I give my time, I give my heart, I give my money, I give everything. I even go out, man, I have bought cars for women that I thought that was my woman, but turned out they were somebody else's as well. But see, I'm telling you, man, I know these things. I know these things is true because, hey, it happens. It happens, bro. It happens. And I believe it has happened to you. Speak on it.
I'm visually impaired, brother.
So am I. I'm totally blind. That's why I'm talking about good men and bad women. Let me go back and say, from being a blind and a visual impaired person, or a visual impaired man. Now, that's what I believe women take advantage of when you are a blind or a visually impaired man, because they know that you are not going to be able to do some of the things that a sighted man can do. And I had some that lied and told me, oh, no, that don't matter. That don't matter to me. I could love you for who you are. And then later on down the line, I need someone who could drive for me. I need someone who could pick up the kids from school. And if I be sick, I need someone who could pick up the kids from school. What they make school buses for? Doggone it.
Well, you and I were talking to one of our friends yesterday. He disagreed a little bit. His opinion was men, sighted or not sighted, it doesn't matter. Women, if they can get away with it, they would do it.
Now, to a certain extent, that is true, because women will play with men no matter if they could see or not, but it's more to of an extent when this guy is visually impaired or totally blind. They get away with stuff that they wouldn't do if a guy had sight. They wouldn't, do some of the things. Take, for example, if a woman tell you, okay, you with this lady, she tell you she going out with her friends who are mostly men. She going out with them, and then she stopped going out with you when you and her supposed to be in a relationship, but she stopped going out with you, and she tell you she don't want to be in no relationship anymore, so she could go out with her male friends. Then you're gonna be there with the children while she go out and have fun with her male friends. Now, if that was a sighted guy she was with, she wouldn't do that, cause he would probably bust her in the mouth. I'm gonna be honest and gonna be true. Now,
well, I'm capable of doing the same thing, actually.
I'm sure you are, but I'm just saying they don't fear us like they would fear them.
Well, I think it's a classification thing. If you're a good guy, they know what strings to push. I'm not a violent person, but I'm capable of handling myself.
But I'm just saying, if you are a good guy with sight, they're gonna treat you better than they're gonna treat me.
You think so?
I know so. I mean, I've seen it done.
I'm not capable of knocking.
No, I'm not saying you're not capable. Look, I'm not promoting violence here by no means. What I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're not capable of doing it. I'm just saying that they will fear you less because they think you can't do it.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying, brother. Now, to rectify this problem, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you get women to stop looking at a visually impaired or blind man as less of a man who has sight? Now they, tell you, oh, it don't matter. It don't matter. I don't know. You still a man. Yeah, I'm still a man. Now, always a man, born as a man, gonna die as a man. Well, I'm born as a boy, but anyway, you know what I mean. I was born with manly parts, and I'm going to die with them same manly parts.
I never had a problem with that, but if I did...
You never had a problem with what?
With picking up a woman who liked me for who I am, the visual.
So you never had a woman that say... when they find out that you are visually impaired, because see, your visual impairment, people can't tell.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you tell them.
Right, that's true.
Mine is a different story.
Yeah.
They could tell from the first time they meet me,
right.
But they can't tell that from the first time they meet you. You really gonna have to tell them your visual impairment.
So how do you fix the situation?
That's what I just asked you, brother. How do you fix this situation? This is something that's been going on longer than you and I've been around.
There's a lot I could say, but I'm so afraid because I don't want anything.
Afraid? What you afraid of? This is True Vision Radio. This is True Vision.
You know what I'm afraid
This
of?
is True Vision Radio. Speak your mind.
What is this topic? Good men, bad women, right?
Yes.
I'm afraid I might run into one of these bad women.
Well,
I'm not
have you already have?
I don't want to.
Have you already have?
It's true. It's true. You know what?
You might not be with a bad woman now, but hey, you have been. I mean, come on now. There's no look. All of this visually impaired and blind friends that I got, most of them have been treated bad by a woman in their life.
Well, I think too. On the other hand, there are some black women don't want to admit when they're wrong, and they don't want to confront their past.
That might be true.
There's a lot of bipolarism.
That's true. That's all right. There's a lot of bipolarism.
We don't like talking about.
And we as a black culture.
And that's all I'm going to say.
And we as a black culture, in general, don't like to quote spread our business in the street unquote. Therefore, we try to deal with it on our own and don't go to the professionals who get paid to do this type of thing. And that's where we end up crazy, as the old folks say, crazy as a Bessie bug. Because we didn't go and get our business checked in the beginning. And then later on, this stuff comes out. It comes out in ways that you thought it wouldn't come out in relationships. You don't know how to be in a relationship because you never dealt with whatever happened to you in your past when you were, growing up or whatever the case may be. You never dealt with that because you didn't want nobody to know what happened to you. But the thing is, therapists, they don't tell what happened to you. Whatever you go in and tell that therapist or that psychologist stays right there with them. If they do tell it, they could be charged and are prosecuted. But that's the myth of black people saying, I don't want to spread my business in the street. Your business is not going to be in the street. You're going to stay right there in those files.
And it's intelligent to talk to someone, correct? It's a smart thing to do.
I mean, if you got a problem in your life or going on with your situation, you could talk to somebody. You could go to a therapist. You could go to a psychologist. I mean, only you and they gonna know. Ain't nobody else gonna know if you don't want nobody else to know.
I used to feel the same way, but I ran into a hell of a situation where I know that something deeply has been rooted in this person's past, just like my own. I mean,
look, man, we all got something in our past that we're trying to run from or we are ashamed of.
Now I am afraid.
That's just the bottom line.
I'm so scared right now.
That's just the bottom line. There's no perfect person in this world. There's no perfect family. There's no perfect son, daughter, wife, husband, grandpa, grandma, whatever. We all got faults somewhere. But the thing is, black people in general don't want to confront their faults. They don't want to deal with their faults because it'll label them as being crazy. You're not crazy if you go to a psychiatrist. You're not crazy if you go to a therapist. You going to someone that can help you deal with whatever situation or problem that you're going through, instead of you trying to deal with it on your own and taking it out on other folk who don't know about your past. Now, because you're not going to tell nobody about your past, but it's going to show up. It's going to show up, bro. It's going to show up. You can't hide the past. You can't throw a rock and hide your hand. Yep. So, no!
I agree.
You can't hide your past, brother. It's going to come out sooner or later somewhere. So you might as well tell somebody. Especially if you're going to get involved with this person and you and this person have gotten involved and hearts have been exchanged and lives has been exchanged. You need to tell that person what is going on with you because it's going to come out sooner or later. You're going to get close, or you feel like you're going to get close to that person, but you're going to pull away from that person. Why? Because of something that happened to you that you didn't get professional help for. That's the bottom line. And, women especially. Women have stuff that happened to them. They don't get help for it. And they try to be in a relationship with somebody. And then the relationship don't happen because when they feel like they getting closer to somebody, they're going to close the door. Why? Because they don't trust nobody, especially a man. If a man done something to them in their past and a good man come along, such as you and I, they're going to crucify us. They don't know that they're doing it, because they feel like, I can't let him get close to me because I can't let nobody get close to me. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust him. How can you say you don't trust him when you won't get to know him? Just because one man did you wrong, so to speak, that don't mean another one will.
Doesn't that go for men also?
That don't mean another one will.
Does that not go for men also?
Yes. It go for men also.
Men things inside.
It go for men also. Just because one woman did you wrong, that don't mean that the next one will.
But it's hard to release.
Yes, it's hard to trust. It's hard to trust. Once your trust has been violated, and once your trust has been broken, and somebody have violated your trust, and somebody has, quote, made a fool of you, you don't want to trust anybody else. That's when you need to go and see professional help, because you're going to try to deal with that on your own, and that's not good, because you're going to take it out on some innocent person that didn't have nothing to do with what happened to you. That's the bottom line, bro. That's the bottom line. Now, am I preaching? Call up the congregation. let's talk now. Am I preaching? Let's call up the congregation. Amen. Hallelujah. Let me tell you. Now, the reason I speak so hard on this subject, because I know this subject. This is something that I know because I lived, and I'm still living it now. So that's why I know this subject. I'm not saying I'm an expert on it, but I am not a dummy on it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I have something that I need to announce. I was going to give it to you, but I might as well do it. The band H2O will be performing live May 27th, Gulf Shores, Alabama, which is on a Sunday. Also, May 26th, H2O, Georgiana. May 17th, Auburn, Alabama, H2O. Thank you.
Thank you for that shameless plug.
Get it in.
Thank you for that shameless plug. But but as far as a resolution to the problem, I don't know the resolution to this problem. All I can say is, if something gonna happen to us like that, and we trying to deal with it on our own, and we know that we need somebody that we could talk to.
It's a sad thing, brother, and I'm sorry to cut you off. It's also tearing down our community. We can't build families. Our family structure has been torn down by things like that. So
yeah, that's true, because of whatever has gone on. Men can't trust women. Women can't trust men because of a bad woman that came into his life, or a bad man that came into her life. I mean, you could look at the scale from both sides. You could look at the picture from the front and the back. The facts are what they are.
I've done everything the right way. Have overly helped loved ones, and so I'm not gonna expound on everything. So, but it's not a good feeling when you can't be trusted, and you have to have trust, because if you don't have it, you don't have anything.
The truth is, with some of these ladies, that when you start to pointing out what they doing, they don't want to take.
They will not admit anything.
That's right. They don't want to take responsibility. They try to turn it back around on you and make it look like you are insecure, you are jealous, you are this and you are that, But no, that's not the deal. The deal is, you came into the relationship full of lies, and that's what you shouldn't do. Because if you know that you don't want to deal with that person, let them know from the beginning, and that way it won't be wasted time, wasted heart, and wasted life. For 6 years, 20 years, whatever years it is, it won't be done. Because if you be honest from the beginning, knowing now, they know you visually impaired from the first time y'all start dating. They know that I'm blind from the first time they meet me. So what the hell? What the hell? You're going to come back some years later and say, I can't deal with you being blind. I can't deal with you. I need a man that could do this, and I need a man who could drive over me. Drive you off a cliff. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just saying.
Check this out. Okay, what if she gets that sighted person? Things happen. And now, if you truly love someone, if he has an accident, and it can go both ways, that he's paralyzed down from the neck down, then what do you do?
She gonna leave him. Just like she left you. Just like she left me. You know.
So we have to check that. So
they out there trying to look for the perfect man. There's no such thing. Like there's no such thing as a perfect woman either.
Because something could happen to her.
That's right, it could.
So will you leave?
Now, look, if something happened to her, and I left and say, well, that I don't want you because you paralyzed or whatever. I don't want to be with you. I want me a woman who could walk.
You have a lot of women at your door. Why did you do that to us?
That's right. But why? Why did she leave me? Because I can't see.
I think it's a double standard when it comes to this.
Double standard, man. Whatever. But I'm just telling you, man. It's just something that, I don't know. Like I said, some things in this world you can't explain. Some problems in this world, I guess you can't solve. But I'm just saying this to say that. Look, there is. If you meet ladies, if you meet a man that's visually impaired or totally blind, whatever the case may be, look at that man from the inside out and not from the outside in. Because if you stay looking at somebody from the outside in, you're going to miss a whole lot of good qualities. And I'm just saying that just to say this. Everybody talk about, well, you can't see. Yes, I can. I see things that you will never see because I look at people from the inside out. And when you look at folks from the inside out, you're going to find their heart, you're going to find their soul, and you're going to find who they are and where they are.
Well said.
And why they are. That's what you're going to find. If you're looking at this person from the outside in, all you're going to see, ooh, that man sure is fine. Ooh, he sure look good. And ooh, that woman sure got a nice ass. Ooh, she sure looking good. Ooh, little waist, nice ass. I like that. Ooh, yeah. But you ain't gonna take time to sit down and talk to this person and know where their dreams are, where their goals are, or what their goals are, what their dreams are, where they're gonna go in life, where they have been in life. And how you would fit into that equation. You would never find that out because you're looking from the outside. Look from the inside.
Because their mindset could be cancerous.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. That's why you need to look from the outside. The inside out. Yeah. That's why you need to look from the inside out.
Speak on it, bro.
You need to take a person and examine their heart and their soul. Woo! Before you examine anything else of theirs. You heard me? Now, I'm just speaking. That is, now, that's just my opinion. People out there, you can value my opinion or you cannot. But the thing is, I just speak the truth from Trewvizon Radio. This is the truth. This is True Vision. From my point of view, it's True Vision because this is something I know. I live this all of my 50 plus years of my life. So I know this stuff. This is not something that I've read in a book. This is something that I lived day by day by day. So, now people, as I said, this is my point of view. I'm sure you're going to have your own. Some of you might like what I said. Some of you might hate what I'm saying. But that's the way of the world. We are all not going to agree on everything. but we are not all going to disagree on all things. You heard me? Anyway, that's my point of view. This has been Trewvizon Radio. I am your host, Awesome Al Leaford, along with my co-host, Ronald HOOCH McMillan. And we'll catch you next time on Trewvizon Radio. Remember to let love be your guide and peace be your follower. And look at people from the inside out, will you? Just once. Just do it. Just do it. You'll find the world will be a better place because everybody looked at people from the inside out and not from the outside in. Take care. Peace. Blessings to all. I'm out. Thank you for listening to Trewvizon Radio. If you have any comments or suggestions for future shows, please contact us at trewvizonradio@gmail.com. That's true, TREW, vision, VIZON, radio@gmail.com.